microphone. Good evening. I'm just doing a quick couple of checks. Wanted to make sure the microphone was working. I will be back in just a moment. Good evening, everybody. The microphone's working. Yay! How is everybody? It's Thursday, the 7th of August, if I am not mistaken. And we are motoring through August. And I've mixed it up again tonight because very often on Thursday we run a public lobby. We did a public lobby last night, and I think we did a public lobby the night before. So I just wanted to get some racing with the PSR only guys, and just reinforce the fact that if people want to race with us, then you do need to sign up to the PSR way of working, which basically is just the rules of engagement on the track and in the chat. Basically how we like people to conduct themselves, shall we say. But loads of people in the chat already. Forgive me, I'm going to have to look over this way because of the computer. I must rethink about how I've set up my room, although this does sort of work for me at the moment. We've got Gr.P1. He says, let's go. Oh my gosh, it started already. No, I need to be sensible this evening. Tate is in P2. I was just double checking. I noticed that he did say that he wanted to race with us this evening, but I can't find an agreement, and we've already done a taster session. So yep, that's going to be all a bit difficult. There could be a few people. There's quite a few people that have found us over the last week or so that have been racing not on a fairly regular basis when it's public, but not submitted their forms. So there could be a few people disappointed a little bit today. So I'm expecting the chat to be, I can't find the room quite a lot. The reason why you won't be able to find the room is because it is set up as friends only. Vic, good evening. Mic, camera, action. Well, I've got the mic running, the camera's running. Is there going to be action while you're watching me? So you know it's going to be crazy stuff all the way along. How many times will I spin? How many times will I crash? Have I got the right car? Oh, who knows? And I still don't know which car to run in this particular race. Borat, good evening. Borky's in. Good evening. I was going to ask you to be our to be part of our team with Rita and I, but I've noticed you're running with Track Fury, so never mind. We'll go up as enemies on the track instead in the in Hulky's GT. We'll be the best of friends, but yeah, different teams. Ollie, good evening. Ollie's racing with Jack Kobe in the GT races that are coming up. And Danny C's in. Evening, everyone. How are we all doing? I'm doing really, really well. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. So we have got 4 scheduled races tonight. Depending on how the lobbies are going, we might carry on with the lobbies like we did last night, or I might jump into the daily race B that several of you have asked me to do. I did notice that Jack Kobe said yesterday that if I did the daily race Bs, I would enjoy them. I've been avoiding the daily races recently purely because of trying to just make the most of the league races that we're in at the moment and prepping for Hulky's GT championships. Incidentally, I think Rita and Hulky are working on that at the moment with strategies and tyres and fuel and all sorts of stuff like that. So may well not see them at all tonight, or maybe a little bit later. We will see. But yeah, they're busy working on that at the moment, and I'm going to wish them well with that. I know that Hulky puts a lot of time and effort into his championships, and I think he's sold out for the one starting at the end of August. Really looking forward to that a lot. Simon, good evening. How are you, my friend? I hope that you are well. Don't know how much I'm going to be looking at the chat this evening, because one of the things I do want to do is try and apply myself. A lot of people have been saying, why can't you race when you're streaming and chatting and entertaining like you do when you're racing at TCSRL? Well, because I shut down the chat, I shut everything out. I don't look at OBS. I don't make sure that things are running properly. I don't look to make sure that people are being courteous in the chat. I don't look at anything. I rely on the moderators for that. and I am fully engaged in the race I've prepared for. Obviously, with these, don't tend to have prepared very much, and we just go for it. So let me just put you on while I'm jibber jabbering. We'll put you on a bit of animation. We're on with Normsy at the moment. He's in the McLaren, sitting there at the moment. I think there may be some attention going on the right-hand rear wheel at the moment. I hope he hasn't got a problem. Has he got a loose wheel nut, or wheel nut that won't go on, or has he got some suspension damage? Not quite sure. They're having a good old look at the moment, but we shall see. Greg, good evening, good evening, good evening. As Vic says, yes, streaming and driving is not easy. For those of you that do it, it's actually a lot harder than you think. I'm getting better at it, but what I'm not very good at doing is picking my times when to look at the chats, and all too often I do crash. So yeah, when I'm in a serious race, then I will just shut the whole of the stream away. When I'm just doing my general lobbies, then I'm tending not to do that so much. Outlaw, good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you for dropping in. Outlaw's been running some I don't know, NASCAR races around Daytona this evening. Had a nice full lobby by the looks of things earlier on. I was watching some of them rotating before I came up to get set up. So what have we got as way of cars? We've got Normsy's in the McLaren. We've got 6 minutes before we go running. We're just on board with Normsy at the moment in the McLaren. We've got Welsh Boy is in the Scirocco. Now, I've been considering the Scirocco. I'm lined up in the 4C at the moment, purely because I thought rear-wheel drive off some of these corners would be useful. But I am considering trying the Scirocco at some point. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Tate is in the room. He's in the room. I think we need a. I have to check on that because I was looking at registration agreement. I don't think I've got one for Tate at the moment. I might be wrong. I might have to double check. So it may well be that he's a friend of a friend, and going in that way. But let me just come down here. I'm going to mark this as. I have a spreadsheet that manages all of the PSR registered racers, and at the moment I've got Tate down as a need to apply. So I'm just going to set him in red at the moment, just so that I know that I'll need to follow up at some point. He's in the Supra. And going backwards on track, that's against our rules. This is when people need to read the rules and know what the rules are and what's expected. Otherwise, they're going to wind up with warnings and things, because we will be racing PSR rules tonight. So Borat is in the Hurricane, Simon's in the Aston Martin, Ollie is in the McLaren, so a couple of McLarens out. Borky is in the Swift. I'm in the 4C, which I think is a bad idea. Danny's in the Aston Martin. Greg White's in the Swift. As we said, Welsh Boy's in the Scirocco. Jack Kobe has gone for the McLaren as well. So, I don't know. Is the McLaren the car that we should be in? I really don't know. I really don't know at the moment. We will have to wait and see. So, we've got 11 runners at the moment. I'm just going to throw this one out there. PSR rules apply tonight. So people will need to obviously abide by those rules. Everybody should know the rules. As I said, the only one that I'm not sure about is Tate, but I might be wrong. I've had so many people that have sent in forms now. Over 70 people have applied to join PSR in an official capacity. So it may well be that he already has, and I apologise if that is the case. It's difficult for me to keep on top of everybody and remember everybody. Okay, how are we doing? You will be friends because of the RL 9010. Good evening. Because we did that freebie. Okay. Right. Okay. So we've got to take in, and I'll just need to. I've got it in red, so that's fine. Yeah, that will be because normally what I do is I friend people, so they can get in for the taster, and normally I have to unfriend them afterwards. But things have been pretty busy lately, and I've got a few people that are on my friends list that I need to clear out because of that mistake. So if any of you do find that you've been bumped out, that will be the reason why. But as I said, with 70 people that have registered for PSR now, which blows my mind, it's taken longer and longer and longer to keep that, keep all of that in order. I'm almost getting to the point where I'm not going to do the taster nights. Oh, I've got a problem with the wheel. Got a problem with the wheel. Gonna need to come out of there and just turn the wheel off and back on again. I should have tested it beforehand. Yeah, we'll basically get to the point very, very soon where only friends will be able to race. Oh, good. Ollie's managed to get his wheel working, so no longer on controller tonight. Although, my friend, I thought you were doing okay last night with your controller. I think you did okay. We're going to be teaming up with Jack Covey for the GT Championship. Could be a team to watch. I think they're going to be a very formidable team, those two. Barat doesn't know this track at all. Don't worry, my friend, I'm getting used to it too. Stay out of the wall, Mitchell. I just admire anybody, my friend, that can race with the controller. We've got some really quick racers that have raced with us on controller. I mean, obviously, Jack Kobe, Unfazed, two of the well-known ones that were very quick and outwardly admitted to running on controller. I can't do it. I cannot race on controller to save my life. Oh, mind you, I can't race on the wheel half the time, especially when I don't know the track. There you go, Barat. You see, I don't know it either. You're in good company. I still don't know which is the right car to be in. Or the right lines. At the moment. Oh no. Okay, you cannot put a wheel on that yellow stuff down there. I was just having a little look. In the G70 the other night, I put a wheel on there and it just takes you around. It's like throwing the brake on the on one side of the car and around it goes. Just need to that one in mind. Stay off of there. Ooh. You can see I am seriously struggling around here at the moment. So we've not got long now. Don't usually get to race much over the weekends. Only really got half a week to get to grips with this course, because this is the one that we will be doing in the next Moonshine Cup. And I have got to get to grips with this super fast. Which I'm not quite sure of the car I'm going to run in yet. As you can see, we're already down in 11th place, so struggling, and Welsh Boy's up there with the Scirocco. The Scirocco was the car I was going to consider using. I went with the 4C because I thought it would be the better option around here, but although the McLaren's looking good, the Vantage is up there with Danny C. So at the moment we've got the Scirocco, the Vantage. Oh, Jack Kobe's just okay. Only just put it on the front row with Welsh Boy by 0.04 of a second. So we can discount the McLaren for the moment, because I know that can be a bit of a handful. The Scirocco I'm really comfortable in. Normsy's up in 4th in the McLaren as well. That's a brilliant result. And that V8 Vantage in 3rd. Vic Norman saying the McLaren is great, Mitch. Normsy, what a brilliant time. Just 1 second off of Jack Kobe. Maybe that McLaren. I'd say I've got 2 cars on my radar. Well, 3 cars on my radar. I had before, which was the McLaren, the Scirocco, and the Aston Martin, as well as the 4C. The 4C, I'm not really feeling it around here. And Danny C's tyres are gone. That was one of the reasons why I'd sort of discounted the Vantage, if I'm honest, because of the tyres. Also, the Scirocco can be really, really hard on the tyres. So it will be interesting to see what the tyres are like on the McLaren. Now, we're only doing a short race here. We're only doing 6 laps, whereas the main event is going to be a full 30 minutes, half an hour. So tyres will come into play there. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So we've got Jack Kobe's going to be leading away Welsh Boy. Danny C, then Normsy. Greg White, then Ollie. Simon in 7th. Tate's 8th, then Borky, Holkey. I'm starting 11th, ahead of Bushi and Borat. But Normsy, well, come on, keep it together, my friend. Keep it together. Expecting good things. That would be, wow. Maybe he's in a car he likes, a track he likes. This could be good. It's all going to be about consistency. And, yeah, it could be interesting. Right. False starts. So, I think I'm in the wrong car here. I really do think I'm in the wrong car. We thought we'd give it a go, but there we go. Well, we've got a flyer off the line. go. In the barrier. Good evening, Terry. How are you, my friend? Falling to the back at a great rate of knots here. Just got caught up on the barrier. Welsh boy Jack Coby and Greg White, you're top 3 at the moment. Not quite sure the distances between those 3. We're down in 9th at the moment. I'm not making too much headway on the guys ahead of me. Although one's just clobbered the wall. I'm off on the grass. Bad tyres now for a few seconds. I'll try and just get them cleared up. Sure what all that was about. It's going all right, I think. I think Bushi needs to learn to use his radar. I think he's just taken somebody out. I've got a small technical issue going on here. Sorted. Kobe's done a 1:14.0. I think we're going to need to explore a few cars before we're done here. Hello Roro9010, how you doing? I'm afraid I haven't caught up with your stream lately because with the house move it has been silly busy here. Off again. house move's all done and gone well. Now into just settling in and getting a lot of stuff sorted out. So where are we? 6 laps and we are half gone on the 2 left-hand tyres. It'll be very interesting to see what the tyre wear is like on the other cars. In the Moonshine Cup, it's not necessarily all about the fastest car around the track. There are other things that will come into play. Don't come into play in my lobbies, but there are things that will come into play in the actual races themselves, or the race itself. There's only one race. I know the corners that I'm struggling with at the moment. This is one, the one before that, and one of the infield corners. The Welsh boy got the better of Jack Kobe in that Scirocco. The 4C wasn't too bad. The 4C was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I made a few mistakes. Danny C, front tyre completely went at the start of lap 6. And Kobe's not happy with Welsh Boy winning. Welsh Boy's on fire at the moment. Welsh Boy saying the Volkswagen is not good on tyres. That was one of my concern about the Vantage and the Scirocco was going to be tyres. My concern about the McLaren is just whether I can keep it in a straight line. The 4C might be a safe bet around here. Could be a safe bet. I'm going to be very, very interested to see the condition of the tyres and what sort of lines people have been taking and things like that in that one. I will share that replay. I'm going to share the replays as normal tonight, guys. Because we are running PSR rules, and if somebody does something that is against the rules, then please report it and we will be applying the rules this evening. Tate got sent to the pits. I did see bear with me a second. Oh, Vic got rammed in that one. So your winner, Welsh Boy, on the top step already tonight with a 1:14.1. Just slightly slower than Jack Kobe, who did get the fastest lap with a 1:14.0. So 0.068 for Kobe and 0.150 for Welsh Boy. So nothing in it really between those two. Greg White in the Swift in third with a 1:15.1. And then Danny C in fourth, Borky fifth, Simon sixth. I got seventh, Hulky in eighth, Ollie ninth, Borat in 10th, Normsy 11th, Bushi 12th, and Tate in the pits a little bit further behind. I think Bushi went for the pits and took Tate with him. So please, guys, remember, put your radar on, keep an eye on your radar. And if you are going to make an unusual move, like coming across the track into the pits, make sure that there is nobody around you and it is safe to do so. Just sweeping across the track is going to cause some problems. Hulky, driver didn't wait. Or the McLaren munches its front tyres though. So it looks like Vic got taken out and somebody didn't wait. Maybe one to look at later on. Right, so basically what should happen, the person that was the innocent party is supposed to reach out and say, can you please have a look at it and take whatever action. So guys, if you do hit somebody off by accident or otherwise, please just give the pace back by way of an apology, and then just apologize in the chat. Vic's just saying, it's okay, Hulky, I gotta learn to race. I cut in on someone too, not watching my radar properly here and there. We're all learning, my friend. I'm just glad that Vic is out racing with us. If it's all right with you, Vic, I might drop to the back and race with you in the... how many more are you doing, Vic? How many more are you doing? Because I might run this one hard, and then if you're doing another Gr.4, I might race with you, my friend. Because what I have got to do is I've got to get to grips with this endurance tonight. So need to get in. It was all over the place last night. Good. In that case, I'm going to race with you. I'm going to hassle and hound you, or try to, in the next Gr.4 race, the one after this. That said, he'll probably run away and beat me. Because he's getting quicker. I've been watching. He's definitely getting quicker. And I'm loving that. I really am. A lot of it is just, for some of us, it is just confidence now. And just having confidence in our ability. That's my biggest problem, is confidence and being able to keep it on it all the time. I'm just going to put a note out here. Please use your radar. Okay, Hokey. Thanks, Hokey. So we're looking 2 tyre, 3 fuel. Right, and we're going to be going pretty much as soon as everybody has jumped into their cars. So I did say 35. So as soon as it's 35, we will go running. Where are we? So we got where are we? We got Jacoby, Mad Hatter, Greg White, Danny C, Welsh Boy, Ollie, me, Hulky, Borat, Borky, Simon, Normsy. Just waiting for Tate and Bushi. Thank you, Tate. I appreciate that, my friend. Okay, it looks like Bushi says he did pull over, so it looks like I'll just check the replay, but it looks like we're all good. Right, let's get going. Let's get this one underway. obviously, Tate, I'll get back to you a little bit later on. Oh, busy tonight. Busy. Yeah, his beam was all over the place last night, dropping it left, right, and centre. The first few corners, I need to. I don't know how when I dropped it, but just give it a little bit more respect, especially while the tyres are warming up. I'm not chopping those corners as much as I know I should be, because I'm just constantly getting track limit penalties, and it's doing my head in. I know in the daily races when they ran this, they were really chopping those bus stop. Practically, in my mind, off the track. There's a certain way you can go through there without getting penalties, but also being like off the track, and I have far from mastered that one. Can't quite get out of that corner fast enough at the moment. I saw a lot of people will be catching me out of that corner. People that can do the bus stop well, they are the guys that are going to absolutely get to the front and challenge for the win. For me, it's unlikely to be happening anytime soon. Some across the grass, it's going to be dirty tyres into this one. And a penalty into the bargain. It's a pain. I've got dirty tyres, I was bouncing across the grass, which cost me time, and I've now got a penalty. It's so annoying, the penalty system in Gran Turismo. We've all got the same problem. It's all the same for everybody, so it's perfectly fair. It's so annoying when you make a slight little mistake and you get penalised, not once, twice, but 3 times making that mistake. The moral of that story is, don't make a mistake. penalty. It's going to be at 1 second now. But I'm saying if I try and go through there really quick, then I don't get through there cleanly. We're down in 9th already. We really do struggle in the Gr.3s. Some days I really wonder if Rita knew what she was doing, asking me to be her teammate. I think she's going to regret that decision at some point in all of this. Look at that, 9. Hulky that I want to be racing with, he's way ahead of me. Look at that, over a second ahead. I want to be up there chasing Hulky. Takes out front by 0.2 of a second from Welsh Boy in the Viper. If you can handle the Viper around here, it's a good car. I have to work with the endurance because that is the car that we are going to be running, Rita and I, in Hulky's GT series at the end of August. So that's the reason why all of my Gr.3 races at the moment are in that car. A few people asking, why do I not change? Why don't I go in a different car, try a different one? The reason being is because we are in that fixed car for the duration of the championship. So I'm not running any other Gr.3 car at all at the moment, just this one to build confidence. Build confidence, that's what it's all about. Right, so we've got Greg White is going to be leading us away in that R8 LMS that he has really tamed. Tate is in second. Welsh Boy's right up there in third. So the two R8s going really well. Mad Hatter's in fourth. Ollie's going to be leading Danny away in fifth. Danny sixth. Hulky's going to be going away in seventh. Bushi eighth ahead of me. Then we've got Borky, Simon, A. Barat, Normsy and Jack Kobe not setting a time in 14th. He's going to be coming through from the back. And Tate, no, I lost pole by 0.03 of a second. I'll tell you what, Greg and Welsh Boy are on it in the R8. I think there is going to be one heck of a battle up front in this one. I really do. I think it's going to be quite something. Welsh Boy and Greg White, I think they're going to be taking it to Jack Kobe and Ollie. And it's going to be very interesting in the championship between those guys, because the two R8 drivers are really getting to grips with that car. See this endurance bogging down on the line there. Got to be careful into this first corner. Got a few people going into here quite slow. Got a spinner. Oh, Corvette's catching. I got a penalty there. I was trying to keep it within the lines. I went through really slowly and I still got a penalty. Really is driving me nuts. Jack Kobe got through there. I really wanted to stay with Jack. try and use him as a bit of a ghost. They're all now going to go away now because half-second penalty just compounds all the way down here. Whoa! Well, the BMW did not want to stop there. There's a few others struggling to stop as well, I think. Not sure what happened to Welsh Boy and that. Had this problem yesterday where the BMW just did not want to stick. Did not want to stop, did not want to turn. Confidence just gone away for the moment. With a 1:58.5 fastest lap at the moment. Double up to be sub 2 minutes. Here comes that R8. Ugh. Go on, Welsh Boy, go through, go through, go through. Another one. Every single time I go through that bus stop, it infuriates me. Just noticed then I was taking my penalty there. I just about got out of Welsh Boy's way there. He's gone deep again. I'm really not loving these Gr.3s again at the moment. Hello Dan, how are things going my friend? I'm assuming you've not heard anything. Still waiting for the 20th. I think it's the 20th, is it? When you got your next appointment. DT, hello. 22nd. I knew it was a 20 something. I've got my fingers crossed for you, mate. I really, really, really do. Right, I've gone through there super slow now. DT's going to try and learn the R8. It's super, super slow. We can get through there then, but I do not understand why I'm getting trapped in it. Got to study it more. Warm in here already. I can do to close up on these guys up front here. Risk the chicane a little bit there. It was still slow. You can see we're losing time to the two guys in front. They're pulling away. At least we haven't got a penalty this time. Boy with a nice corner through there this time. And that R8 really loose. Got the inside for that one, but he's going to have the inside for this one. Oh. Really struggling. Quite help Welsh boy with the bump draft at the moment to get on the back of cars in front. Can't bump in too late, otherwise we're going to be in problems. Probably just get one little bump here. Don't want to bump into this corner, otherwise I'm going to put him into the shallow realm. Just there as well. Corky's a guy that I used to enjoy racing with, and now he's leaving me in his dust these days. He's going really well, keeping Welsh boy at bay at the moment. We've got Tate, Kobe and Ollie out front. Ollie back with his wheel. He's back in the groove now. Kobe and Ollie are going to be racing these two cars that they are in the championship. Teammates. Oh, Borky's got a penalty. Was half fought with Welsh boy. Oh, really half fought with Welsh boy there. Managed to pick up the slipstream from Borky as he went around for his penalty, and I think that just got me around the outside. Kobe, Tate, unlucky mate, by the way, you are lagging like crazy, so Tate is lagging. Obviously just letting people know, because obviously if you are lagging and you get bumped, very difficult to overtake cleanly when somebody's lagging. Danny C saying great race there, Hulky. Barrett, is it allowed to pass over the left side of the double yellow line? Isn't that track limits? Yeah, you should. You'll get a track limit for that. You should get a penalty for that, I think. Where are we? I know I've had a track limit penalty for doing that. When you come down off the bottom of the track. Or was it on the last corner? Shrug. What was I going to do? Pull him over? What are you on about, Borat? What are you on about? I'm a bit confused. Ollie's just going to reset his router. Jack Kobe was your winner. 146.4 in first place with that one. Tate in second in the Viper with a 146.9. And Ollie in third with a 147.2. So both Jack Kobe and Ollie going really, really well. The teammates in that BMW sprint. Danny C in fourth. Hulky fifth. Greg White in sixth. Simon in seventh. Mad Hatter eighth. I got 9th, Welsh Boy in 10th, Borky in 11th, Bushi in 12th, Barrett in 13th, and Normsy 14th on that particular one. So Jack, Kobe, Tate, and Ollie, congratulations to the three of you. I did save that one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. That's all right. That's good. Rita's just joined. Thankfully, she didn't see my woeful efforts in that one. Because they were not good. Not good. I really need to step it up in this BMW and get to grips with it. Rita, I'm struggling tonight, my friend. Good evening. Thanks for dropping in. But I am struggling in the BMW again. Good night, Borat. Where are we at to? Okay, so I'm going to give this Scirocco a go, I think. Yeah, I'm going to give the Scirocco a go in this one. What tyres have I got on this car? Definitely think I'm going to give that one a try. Tate, the lobby is silky smooth for me, my friend. I am not seeing any glitching. Everything seems to be hunky-dory for me. Maybe it's worth doing a router reset like Ollie's doing. Possibly. If you're going to do a router reset, let me know and I'll just give you a few minutes to do that. Is Ollie back? The only trouble is if you disappear right now, you're risking your place because it's busy tonight. You've got Hulky, Normsy, Simon, Borky, Rita, Deepult, Bushi, me, Tate, Gamer Dan, Welsh Boy, Danny C, Greg White, Mad Hatter, and Jack Kobe. I had this 2 days ago. When I go on track, the screen is black. Gamer Dan was spectating Tate and it was lagging bad. Okay. Right, when are we gonna... I'm just gonna get out on track for a moment or two. So I'm gonna go 22:05. I'm gonna start this one. I'm wondering if the 4C might be quite good around here. I've got about a minute to go. I'm going to see how Ollie's doing. Point. I get so undecisive about the cars I run. Indecisive, I think, is the word I'm looking for those of you that are into your grammar and English. That was terrible English. Indecisive. I'm just gonna, just because I think, is anybody else in the... We've got a big old mix of cars here at the moment. We've got Jack Kobe in the TT, Mad Hatter's in the Megane, Greg White's in the Lancer, Danny C's in the V8, Welsh Boy's in the Citroen, he loves a Citroen, Gamer Dan's in the TT, Bushi's in the Aston, Hulky's in the Mustang, Polky's in the Ferrari, Rita's in the Vantage, Borky's in the Swift, Simon's in the Mazda. I've just jumped into the 4C. And we've got Normsy's in the RCZ. So we've got a big old mix of people here at the moment. We got Ollie in. Is Ollie back? Jack Kirby. I'm just waiting for Ollie and Tate. We're up to 15 people, so if we hit 16, I'll just end up going because they will have risked their times. I'm hoping Ollie's going to get in. Very much hoping Ollie's in. Jack Kobe, Mad Hatter, Greg White, Danny, Welsh Boy, Gamer Dan. I was just about to say, does anybody know how Ollie's doing? Come on, come on, come on. So we're just waiting for Tate's in. Are we going to get Ollie back? Please let that be Ollie. Please let that be Ollie just jumping in. It is. Ollie's just jumping in. Okay, I'm just going to give it a moment or two for Ollie to join and then we'll go. I've got a big old mix of cars in this one. Ollie's just, right, Ollie's in. Ollie's in. So we've got Jack Kobe, Mad Hatter, Greg White, Danny C, Welsh Boy, Gamer Dan, Ollie, Tate, me, Bushi, Hulky, Deepo, Rita, Borky, Simon, Normsy. We've got a quick 5-minute quali and it's a long lap. So possibly only going to get an out and one flyer. We might get 2 flyers, but it might only be 1. So I think that we're going to have to be on this to get a qualifier done. And obviously what we don't want to do is we do not want to be getting any track limit penalties. Although I am going to bail because I want to race with my mate Normsy in this one. But the way he's driving, as we saw around Blue Moon, he could be up on the podium, well, in the top 3. I could be right at the back. Oh, Vic's lost connection. No way. Right as we started. I see Norm as he's just jumped in again. Is he going to be able to get in the race though, or is he out? My question. I think he's not going to get in. Good evening, Viking. Told you Welsh Boy's quick in that Citroen. No! We got a track limit. I can't believe that. The one thing I said we didn't want. Bother and tarnation. I don't think I'm going to get around for another lap. think we're going to finish this one. There he goes down. So quick is Dan. I love it to bits. He doesn't race, and then just suddenly rucks up and bangs it on the podium. Races really quick. Oh, oh no, I dropped it. Let me just jump out of there. Right, I messed up my one and only lap 2. How easy will it be for me to Vic, if I race this one, can you stick around for another one, and we'll run this one afterwards as well. We'll run it again so you can get in. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to cancel the race, redo everything, and then find I've bumped people out, because that's a bit unfair. But if you are able to stick around for one more, and I know it's getting late because you often start early, we'll run this one again for you, my friend. In the meantime, jump on board with Kobe and Gamer Dan and watch how they're racing. See what you can learn. See what you can learn. And then you can come back and teach me. Come and share all their secrets with me. Oh, Kobe's pulled over. He was going to be my secret source through there. I was going to chase him. Oh, this is a bit different. Look at those 4 cars. They're all side by side going into this one, and they're going to be right on top of me. really am the track limit king, aren't I? Nearly just pulling away all the time at the moment. In every trick in the book to try and catch and close down those 4 seconds, but with 2.5 laps to go, that's a bit of a tall order. No, in the gravel. Many mistakes tonight again. wall. Just trying everything to stay with these guys and more. My best times are 2:25.3. Matt Hatter, 2:21.3. Whoa. Go, Greg. Yeah, I've just got to find my limits and the limits of the car. I'm overstepping those limits. Just a little bit too much sometimes. He pushed me over. Oh dear. Just saying, Dan and Jack, wow man, great racing. Game with Dan and Jack Kobe out front. Oh, all over the place. All over the place in that one. Right, we will share it. We're going to do that one again because I want to try and get Vic into that one. Let's have a little look. Yeah, I've learnt lots of lessons, will our Vic. He'll probably put a lot of those into practice now. Good evening, Danny. Thanks ever so much for racing this evening, my friend. Thank you so much. Right, let's so Jack Covey was your winner, a 2:21.5. Game it down in second with a 2:22.2, and the fastest lap was held by Mad Hatter in third with a 2:21.3. Welsh Boy fourth, Danny C in fifth, Borky sixth, Ollie seventh, Polky eighth, Rita ninth, Simon 10th, D Polk 11th, Bushi 12th. I can't race for Toffee tonight in 13th, and Greg White stopped and raced with me in 14th. So thank you guys for stopping. Jack Kobe, Gamer Down, and Mad Hatter, you're 1, 2, and 3. Right, I'm just gonna dive into this. My controller is dying. I'm gonna go practice and race. Then we will get ourselves into this one. I'm hoping Vic is going to be able to join us for this one. I'm not going to bother with the quali. We're just going to go straight into this one as is. I'm going to stick with the 4C for this. It felt pretty good. I'm just not quite finding the limits. I'm overstepping them. Rita, you did not run me wide into the gravel. It was 3 into the corner and nowhere to go. I actually followed you into the gravel. You were ahead of me at that point. So no, you were not to blame there at all. Not one tiny little bit. That was all on me, I'm afraid. I made my own mistake there. Jack Kobe's just saying, hold on a minute. No worries, Jack. I've got you. Yeah, just... I don't know what's up with me. I've had a brilliant TCSRL race and a good race around Mount Panorama after that. But for the majority of it, I am racing like an idiot at the moment, and it's annoying me. I really want to be racing better than I am. I just gotta stick with it, keep going, and doing what we can at the end of the day. Yeah, it's annoying me. I know I can race better, and I need to step up. I need to step up. We're going to get going as soon as Jack Kobe is back. I'm just watching. I'm not on track at the moment. I'm just give him a moment or two. Ollie disappeared and came back. We've got Greg White, Welsh Boy, Gamer Dan, Ollie, Tate, me, Hulky, D-Polk, Rita, Borky, Simon, Normsy, and Jack Kobe at the moment. Terry, what do I think of the dailies this week? I've not looked at them. I did semi-fancy the daily race B, but we've had some full lobbies this week. And at the moment, I'm just making too many mistakes to trust myself in the daily races. And when I say too many mistakes, I'm bumping too many people. It's not even that I'm throwing it off the track all the time. I'm bumping 1 or 2 people too much, and my confidence is waning at the moment. I need to get it back before we go into the daily races, because I think I'm just going to... Well, I think my confidence will just evaporate and erode so fast that I'll be back to where I was a few weeks ago. I am going to get back into the dailies. Don't get me wrong. Next week, I'm hoping to get back into them. Although this week, I was hoping to be a little bit better with the Gr.4s and the Gr.3s. Gr.4's normally not too bad, but I am pushing this 4C a bit too hard, as you saw there. And I just need to, especially in traffic, I need to up my racecraft. I just need to up my racecraft. without a shadow of a doubt. It is not good enough. It's so not good enough. And Daily Race C I didn't fancy. Willow Springs in the Gr.3, I'd have just been in the gravel and sliding across into the Shadow Realm every race. Right, what's Mr. Kobe doing? Is Mr. Kobe coming back? Is Mr. Kobe coming back, or have we lost him? Is that Jack back in? He is. Jack's back. Right, let's go. Jack, are you ready to rumble? I'm assuming as he's ticked in, he's ready to rumble. And Terry said, I'd be joining you. I dislike that course no matter what vehicle. Right, let's go. Let's see what happens. I am going to drop to the... Where's Vic? He's right at the back. I will be dropping to the back, guys, as soon as it is safe to do so. Eddie, thank you for subscribing, my friend. I'm not going to try and pronounce that surname, but thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Watch Normsy's going to disappear on me now and I won't catch him. Oh no, he's gone around. Really starting to like this racetrack. There's a few that I like in here now. doing what Jack does to me. Giving Normsy a little rub when he's had a good corner and a bit of a bump when it's not such a good corner compared to me. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. This is what Jack Kobe does for me. It really helps me a lot. Oh, Vic, I want to give you a bump draft, mate. Oh, 150 on the brakes. Boat smash. I was going in and then Vic joined me. Synchronised crashing, the pair of us. Right, let me lead the way. How close is he? He's right there. It's got a half-second penalty. I'll bear that in mind when we get round there. Where is he? Right there still. He's still there. Okay, brake at the first of the triangles. Doing good, Normsy. Ooh. Just running back in now. I was a bit late on my braking. Got that about the slipstream effect. Over towards the left. little 4C is very, very good through there. Quite hard when the host is putting you under a lot of pressure right on your back bumper. I've been in this situation before, and especially when you know that you're on being broadcast on YouTube's. My hat goes off to Normsy for doing this, putting up with this pressure and really pushing hard, riding as hard as he can. And I tell you what, I'm having to go to stay with him at times. You see Tate's pushing me as well. Normsy, he's not slow. A bit like me, it's just confidence and consistency. Oh, I went too deep there. Quite overwhelming when you jump into a lobby with some races as quick as we've got. It is the best way to learn to drive quick. Oh, Tate with a big slide there. That was well held. How did he not go round? What a save that was. I've learned a lot in this race actually. We'll do race number 4 in a minute, and then I might come back to this one. I may well do this one again. I'm enjoying this. She learnt a lot racing behind Vic. Ooh. No, no, no. Yeah, Jack, we'll do a smashy bashy. We'll definitely do one. What we're going to do is we're going to do race number 4. Where are we? Where are we? Let me just save the replay. I'm just going to save it. Welsh Boy was your winner with a 220.0. Gamer down in second with a 222.4. Jack Kobe in third with a 221.4 and the fastest lap. Ollie was 4th, Rita 5th, Hulky 6th, Greg White in 7th, Deep Hulk in 8th, Forky 9th, Simon 10th, and then Tate, Normsy and me 11th, 12th and 13th just racing together. Welsh Boy, Gamer down and Jack Kobe, well done to the 3 of you. Right, so we're going to be going for Watkins Glen. Nice little short race this one. So what we're going to do is let me just get my controller back. So I'm going to go this one. Good night, Tate. Thanks for dropping in. Stupendibidus, it's going really, really well. Really, really well. Right, I need to change my car. And I'm going to do away with quali for the minute. Good night, Vic. Thank you for racing, my friend. I enjoyed racing with you. You were definitely getting faster and more consistent. Definitely. There were some parts of that I was struggling to keep up with you, which is really, really good. So keep coming back and doing the occasional race with us, my friend. You're good in the Gr.4s. Ollie says, at Jack, thanks, I learnt for the best. Oh dear. Right, where are we? I'm just waiting for Simon to jump in and then we'll go. Come on, Simon. There we go. So we've got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Welsh Boy, Gamer Dan, Ollie, me, Hulky, Deep Hulk, Rita, Borky, Simon. I am going to go a little bit quiet for this one because I want to try and get to grips with this. I want to swear. Car. Oh, it's doing my head in at the moment. So the chat has just been moved out a little bit further. So it's out of my eye line because very often when I'm racing with it where it is, I can just see the little chat popping in. Now it's out of my eye line. I can't see that. So let's see how we go. We're starting 6th. just hit Borky. I was trying to stay ahead of Jack Kobe. Ah! Sorry, Borky. Oh. Please don't give me a penalty for that. Are you kidding me? I was crossed up sideways, slow, and still got a penalty. This game hates me. Absolutely hates me. Sneeze. Not now, please, not now. We really only got 2 likes on this video. Oh, that's sad. If you haven't already, guys, please smack the like button for this video. Maybe people are just waiting for me to have a decent race and then they'll hit the like button. Which means I'll probably still wind up with 2 at the end of this. Porky with a rare mistake into the wall there. Where is Rita in this? I'll catch up with my teammate. She is. I think that's going to be a big ask. Quite a way down the road. Right through here. Greg White, Ollie and Welsh Boy out front. Not getting the rotation through there at all. doesn't help. I want to visit the little boys' room either. What are racing drivers do in that situation? Proper racing drivers. Battle out front. Bet I got the rotation that time. So hard to overtake around here. Oh no. Need to give that back. I'm not going to overtake off the road. Whoa! Where's Polk going? Oof. Have we seriously only got 2 likes for this video? I've got to have a look now. I need to have a look. We must have more than that. We must have more than that. I want to know. I want to know. Skip. 20. I was the 20th. So 20, and we've got 27 people watching. So 7 of you out there, please, 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 please consider hitting that subscribe button. Greg White was your winner with a 146.0. Welsh Boy in second with a 145.7, and Jack Kobe in third with a 145.0 and the fastest lap. I am going very, very fast through here for a certain reason. Ollie in fourth with a 1 second penalty, which will have not hurt actually. He would okay. He got fourth anyway. Gamer down fifth, Rita sixth, Simon seventh. I got eighth. Deep Hulky ninth, Hulky 10th, and Borky in 11th. It's your top 3: Greg White, Welsh Boy, and Jack Kobe. And we are going to be heading off to. Bear with me just a second. Give me a second. So what we're going to do this one because we had an interesting thing with the pits earlier last night. We got 8 laps. Right, my friends, will be back in just a second. Sorry about that. Oh. Right, we're going to do this one, and then I'm going to drop into just a few of the races that we've done tonight. I've raced for. I want to race a bit better, if I'm honest, and I want to get a few decent races under my belt, so I could go quiet. I might even put the headphones on. Right, let me just let everybody know what's what. Don't bump into you. Don't wall ride. I think that's basically it, isn't it? Jack Kobe says I need to watch that race. Did I save the replay? Hopefully I did. It looked good. I was annoyed that I was a bit far back on that one. No flying, says Gamer Dan. Jack Comey, Greg White, Welsh Boy, Gamer Dan, Ollie, me, Hulky, Deepult, Rita, and Borky in this one. Right, let's get this one underway. This is a smashy bashy, so anything goes. And I felt sorry for the poor person that was joined us in the public lobbies yesterday and wondered what on earth was going on. Unfortunately, they didn't have a clue, but there we go. It was a bit crazy, Right, let's get going and see what's what in this one. Hopefully I've got the settings right, going very quickly to move. Oh. Got matched up there, big and proper. Oh. We're doing okay, and then we got completely mushed. I missed him. Let's go. We had a fantastic pit yesterday. I put 2 of them in the pits. And Gr.3 followed in. Oh, they're going for it already. I never put anybody in the pits. I always fail. It's a lot of luck. If I'm honest. More luck than skill, I have to say. Oh my gosh! That was cool. I got pushed into a 360 and then carried on. I don't think I lost a lot of time either. Oh, I've lost time in that one. Massive amount of time. It just bumped me there. What was that? was all going so well. Now it's all gone so wrong. Davino, hello my friend. How's it going? Should have let go of the steering wheel there. Why do I always end up facing backwards? Right, we got to go for it now. Rita, don't wait. Go, 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 go. Put your boot down now, I'm going to catch you. Go for it. Go, 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 go. We've got to go for it, Rita. We've got one lap. One lap, Ryan, in front. Rita's on it, I can't catch her. Oh. Come on. Come on. Catch him. How did I get third? How did I get third? How did that happen? I just careered into the back of everybody at the pits there. And I've got third. Have we just found a new cheat? Have we just found a new cheat for this race? I think we might have done. I don't know what to say to that. I do not know what to say to that. Everybody was, they were all going for the pits. I thought, I was just going to ram the lot of them. I was going to come in at a right old speed. And I just seemed to have gone through everybody and gone through the place. That's insane. That's insane. Oh my word. I don't know how that happened. I really, really don't. So Jack Kobe was your winner with a 143.7. Gamer Dan in second with a 144.6. Although these are all irrelevant. I got the fastest lap, obviously, because of the boost, 138.3. And Borky fourth, Greg White fifth, Hulky sixth, Ollie seventh, Welsh Boy eighth, Rita ninth, Deep Hulk was a DNF. But I just went through everybody at the end. I just wiped everybody out. I'm confused. I'm completely confused. As Jack Kobe's saying, I think that was the funniest one yet. They are a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun. They really are. They really are. Right. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right. What am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to head back to Blue Moon Bay. For another run. Good evening, Dan. Good night to everybody that is leaving us right now. Thank you so much for racing. I might go public. I'm not sure. It depends how many races we're left with. in a moment. I know a lot of people will be calling it a night at this point, and I just thank everybody that has raced this evening. I really, really appreciate it. I might actually go very quiet. I'm going to head off into the headphones and now just tipped my water everywhere, and I mean properly tipped it everywhere, all over my power pack. Bear with me a second. Oh, which is red hot. That's not going to stay wet for very long. Let me just make sure that there's no water actually in. Okay. I'm actually going to leave that properly unplugged. Oh, that's dried out. It's a small issue. Oh, I've now not got a lot of water left. Let's just pop that down there, out of the way of the water. And some of these other cables. Move them all out of the way of the water. Fortunately, my problem was that my headphones were wrapped around everything. Completely wrapped round everything. Right, let me just... Can I put them in from here? I've got to get up. I have to get up to do this. Bear with me a second. Whilst I lean over the camera. There we go. There we go. Right, we've still got quite a few people. I tell you what, there's going to be a right old battle between the Audi and the BMW sprints. It's already building, and we've got another 3 weeks or so before we start. It's going to be a lot of battles on track. Right, put my water down the side. I should put it. At least it's only water. Ollie, I will do. I will have a look at the Watkins Glen at the end. Definitely. It's definitely on my list of things to do. It did look good. So the Watkins Glen 1. I probably won't record anymore. Sorry, do the replays on anymore. Obviously, headphones have gone on. I'm going to be very quiet now because I want to try and race proper. So, Jack, are you racing this one? I'm suspecting he's probably going to sit out. Okay. Okay, we'll do this one as just PSR. I may well open it up to public for a moment. Right, let's see what we can do. Trying to learn from what I was watching earlier on today. Visit with me in track limits tonight. Whoa, this is not turning. need to try that again. That 4C is not bad. But I do need to push it a bit more and get a bit more consistent. I need to try that again. Oh. So I've got Welsh Boy in first with a 1:14.1, Vicar in second with a 1:15.9, and Hulky in third with a 1:16.6. I got fourth, Greg White fifth, Slipstream in sixth, Borky seventh, Ollie eighth, and Rita in ninth. Top three, Welsh Boy, Vicar, and Hulky. Well done to you. Going again on that one. Good night, Borky. Thank you for racing with us this evening, my friend. Thank you so much. Right. Oh, Welsh Boy's gone for the Mustang this time. So Greg White's in the NSX, Welsh Boy's gone for the Mustang, Ollie's in the McLaren, Slipstream's in the Ferrari, I'm in the 4C, Vickers in the Scirocco, Hulky's in the NSX, and Rita's jumped into the Megane. We were talking about this earlier on as to which car, so it's good to see that she's trying the Megane. This should be interesting. Actually, if everybody's ready, I might just go. Let's see how many. What, got 1, 2, 3, so it's 8 of us. Oh, Hulky's gone for the Genesis. Okay, cool. So we've got a lot of people already. I might just go, you know. So Rita, Hulky, Greg, Welsh. Looks like most people are ready. Ollie's ready. I'm going to go for it. I might just go for it. A couple of minutes early, but what the heck. Let's just go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Now I'm going to try a Gr.3 race next. Probably at... Oh, I don't know. Not sure. first corner right at the moment. Learning all the time. Learning all the time. I'm going to do that again. Going to go again. Rita's going for the 4C now. How did she get on with the McGann? You've got Welsh Boy was the winner with the Mustang, a 1:14.996, who's broken the 1:15. Vicker in second, and Scirocco. Greg White in third in the Cayman. Slipstream in a 4.58 in fourth. Hulky got fifth in the Genesis. Rita in the McGann. Then Ollie and I were just messing around at the back. So yeah, the McGann not looking quite as strong as I thought it might have done. So yeah, some of them are struggling with tyres, which is interesting. Greg's gone for the 4C now. There's three of us in that car. I like it. It's a good little car. My prediction here, Greg's going to win this one. I think Greg's going to get it. It's going to be very close between Greg and Welsh Boy. That's the way I think this might go. Right. Let's go. This will be the last time I do this one, and I need to really call it a night. I want to have a quick look at the Watkins Glen replay as well, just to finish off. But that will be me done. And sorry, I've done a number of these at the end. I've noticed that Rita's checking cars, and I'm testing a few things as well. So we'll be running this on Tuesday. Boy's going to prove me wrong now. He's going for it. Oh no, I just caught back a volley. Ah. Sorry, Ollie. to be done, I think, on that one. Definitely work to be done. Greg White did win it with a 1:14.3, but Welsh Boy got the fastest lap of 1:14.324, just marginally faster than Greg. Well done to you two. Hulky with a fine third in the Citroen at 1:15.4. Vicar in fourth. I got fifth, Rita sixth, and I in seventh, and I'm still making too many mistakes. Hulky just saying that the Citroen is interesting. Citroen's a good car in these races. Seems to be doing pretty well. I think it's an interesting choice, and one that I think some of the others may well be looking at. Welsh Boy absolutely nailed it this week in that one. I am completely done now. Oh, it's quick. I don't particularly like the Citroen. It's just a thing with me. I don't particularly like the Citroen, but I can see there's going to be a few people who are going to go for that car. Especially when you consider how far ahead Welsh Boy was last week. Absolutely obliterated the field. Stunning to watch. Brilliant to watch. I loved every minute of watching it. Right, okay, let's just have a very quick look. Why? It's okay, that's fine. And what we're going to do is, I'm told that the Watkins Glen race that we did earlier on was one to watch. So what I'm going to do is, I think San Croix was pretty good too, but Watkins Glen, I don't know who I need to race on board with, but it did seem to be quite good. So we'll take a quick look at this one before we finish up, and then I'm going to call it a night. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do tomorrow. I will pick a manufacturer. There's been a few people that jumped in a Mercedes this week, so I'm considering a Mercedes, and I quite fancy doing this as a Subaru as well. So yeah, that could be quite interesting. So we're on board with Gamer Down at the moment. We've got Greg White in the R8 just ahead in first. We've got Gamer Down in second in the VW Beetle, and he's being chased by Hulky at the moment, who I believe is in the AMG. He is. He's in the AMG. They are all nose to tail as they go through the bus stop for the first time. Nicely done, everybody. We've got Ollie in that beautiful livery that Jack Fury did for Ollie and Jack Hogan. He's going well in fourth. Then we've got Welsh Boy currently in fifth. Really getting to grips with these Audis is Greg White and Welsh Boy. They are going to be the formidable team, as are Ollie and Jack Kobe. I think they're going to be the two of the teams to watch. Rita getting the better of me in the BMW tonight. Really showing me a clean pair of wheels quite a fair bit. She's going well in sixth, and Deep Hulk in seventh. Jack Kobe just making his way through at the moment. So we're just coming down to the last few corners of the first lap, and it is Greg White out front, Gamer Down in second. Hulky with a big loose end on the exit of that corner there. That's AMG looking very loose at the moment. Ollie just slightly off the track there. I'm not sure if that is going to be a track limit. He's right on the back of Hulky as well. Hulky takes a dive to the inside to break the toe. Oh, he's actually slowing down. Hulky's dropping right the way to the back. I'm not quite sure why with that one. But up front, we've got Greg White, Gamer Down, and Ollie. I don't have any deltas, excuse me, on the screen at the moment. There's not a lot of time between them. Why have we not got any deltas? We display all. Yeah, I don't know why we've got any deltas, that's a shame. But at the moment, it is Greg White and Gamer Dan. Nothing between those guys as they go through the bus stop. Using a lot of the curb. Dan just picking up a little bit of grass on the way through there. He's set himself up nicely in Greg White's wheel tracks. He's got Ollie chasing him down behind. Ollie's going pretty well too. So 3 out front at the moment with Welsh Boy just off the back, but still hunting them down pretty close. Pretty close. But it is Greg White from Game It Down from Ollie as we come up into the little penalty area. Have we got anybody on a penalty? I think, we've got Deep Hulk. We've just got Jack Covey making a move on Rita there, so Jack is just working his way through the field at the moment. So we've got endurance versus sprint. Rita with a nice little line through there, just going off the track a little bit of the on the exit. The endurance is a little bit more planted, a little bit more forgiving than the sprint. She does pick up a track limit penalty. But you'll notice the sprint is the quicker of the 2 cars, but it is also the more leery, it's the more difficult, it's the less forgiving car, and Jack Covey's got it very nicely planted. Very often you'll see the back end of that BMW just get a little bit loose at times. That is the big difference. Game of Dan, he's got a 1 second penalty as Dan in the VW. That is going to hurt badly because it's probably, well, it is going to put Ollie through, it's probably going to put Welsh Boy through, and I think it might even put Jack Kobe into the mix as well. And Rita's still going really well. She's just off the back of this little group. If she can close up, that would be awesome if she does, and it will certainly put some pressure on me to get better. Greg White absolutely got this one under control at the moment. He is loving this Audi R8. I say that and he just goes off the track there. Commentators close kicking in. They don't call me Mitchell, Murray, Walker, Morgan for nothing. So we've got Greg White with Dirty Tyres making a little bit of a mistake just as we jumped on board. Dan just serving the penalty there, so that's Ollie, Welsh Boy. Is Jack Kobe going to get through? Jack cannot quite get through, so I think Dan must have had some really good few corners, good lap or so to manage to keep Jack Kobe behind him. So congratulations there. That's a nice bit of work. Rita's still going well, but just off the back of this group. Greg White out front. Welsh Boy saying Greg likes his crazy lines. Whether they're crazy or not, still going well. He is out front. He's got a 1:46.4 fastest lap. Ollie with a 1:45.5, his fastest lap. Welsh Boy a 1:46.1, and then we have got Jack Kobe with a 1:45.5 with the fastest lap. He's got Gamer Dan right on his back bumper here. Gamer Dan's actually pushing him along. Gamer Dan 1:46.5, the fastest lap. So a second down, but he is glued to Jack Kobe's back bumper as they go through the bus stop. The Beetle looking like it's getting a little bit sideways. It's just dropped off the back of Jack Kobe a little bit with that slide. I think that might have just cost him a couple of tenths of a second, but it is still Greg White out front, Ollie in second, Welsh Boy in third, Jack Kobe fourth, and Gamer down fifth. These 5 cars all together. This is, I've said this before, this is like watching a bunch of pros on the television. It really is. They're all close together. We seem to have lost Rita at the moment. I think she must have been pushing too hard to try and get on the back of these guys. But absolutely brilliant. Sorry for yawning. Very tired. Ollie is now pushing Greg White. Kobe is pushing Welsh Boy. And Gamer Dan is just off the back of this group now. Ollie trying for a few different lines here, just trying to stay on the back. He's picked up a half-second penalty with that little move, trying to push that little bit harder to catch Greg White. So we've really got 2-2-1 here. We've got Greg White and Ollie pushing each other. Ollie having a little look up the inside of Greg White. Can he get that done if he goes into the tight right-hander? Ollie is going to have a penalty to serve in a minute. that is going to drop him back, and that's going to rob us a really, really, really good race. He's going defensive at the moment, but he's going to have to serve that penalty. We got a little bit of a way round. So can he gap the guys behind? He is putting the throttle down now. He's really, really, really going for it, trying to build a bit of a gap. And he is actually getting a bit of a gap to Gr.4 at the moment. They're going to go through the tight left-hander. They're going to go down the hill. Then we've got the right-hander. And then we are going to be into the penalty area. How much time is Ollie going to lose? He has gapped Gr.4 slightly, but I don't think it's enough. I think Greg and Welshboy and possibly Jacoby are going to get through. The penalty is going to hurt badly. It's taken very, very quickly. Ollie's staying over respectfully to the right-hand side. He tucks in behind Jacoby. So it is now Gr.4 from Welshboy, Jacoby, Ollie, Dan not quite close enough to take advantage of the penalty, but Ollie's picked up a beautiful slipstream from Jacoby. I was telling you that those sprint BMWs are a little bit leery. You could see one of them, I think it was Jacoby, getting really, really sideways through there. Ollie off the track there. I think that might be another penalty. He's got another half second, so he is collecting track limit penalties as fast as I am. But this is really interesting here, because I am predicting in the GT Championship that Hulk is running, and I could be totally wrong. I think that you're going to be looking at a battle all championship long between the BMW Sprints and the Audi R8s, and we have got those 4 cars on track all together. We have got Gamer Dan in the Beetle in 5th at the moment. He's just off the back, and he is closing up. You can see Ollie just getting that car rotated. These BMW sprint models are pretty good in these little sprints. I'll tell you what, Gr.4 and Welshboy have got the measure of these R8s. So it's R8 sprint, BMW M6 sprint, R8 sprint. Oh, Jacoby just looking for a little look up the inside there, or was he just feigning a move there? He could have been just trying to put Gr.4 under a little bit of pressure. Greg's too wise for that. Gamer Dan's now going to get onto the back of Ollie, who served his penalty. So he's now going to drop back a little bit from Welshboy. Gamer Dan not quite able to make good of that. Jacoby trying around the outside of Gr.4 into this last little complex. We're going to go up the hill. Who's going to come out of this in front? Gr.4 has switched. He's got the inside line. Jacoby, I think, is going to have to settle. Or he's going to push it into the last corner. They're going to go side by side. Gr.4 just coming out ahead. I think the Audi getting the better of the BMW. Now he's got Welshboy tight behind him. Some pretty heavy defensive work there from Jacoby as they got to the line. But it was Gr.4 and Welshboy, the 2 Audis, triumphing over the 2 BMWs on this occasion. I think we could be coming back to this race again very, very soon. I think that the BMW Sprint model, just with its loose back end, I don't think Jack was quite able to get the power down good enough. But Ollie's saying the BMW's the better car around here, I believe. Well, in that instance, it was the Audis that were the better car on the day. I think that once Jacoby and Ollie master that power, so when they're coming out of a corner and the accelerator is going down and the back is sliding, they are going to be formidable. At the moment, Gr.4 and Welshboy really do seem to have the R8 really well planted. It just looks to be on rails compared to the BMW that looks like it's on an ice skating rink right now. So let's go. Greg says Welshboy. We're going to have to see how this is going. Ollie says Penn's messed me up, Lafayette. Might have had a chance to win. And Ollie says, I think it's better as I remember a daily race. That was this track and that car was the one to use. But what a battle. That was a battle. That was a battle right the way to the very end. Greg's mastered it. Welshboy is struggling. I tell you what, Welshboy, I think you're on it. Greg has definitely settled into that car big time. Really has settled into it really, really, really nicely. But Welsh boy, I think you're there. I think the two of you are going to be having a ding dong battle with Jacoby and Ollie. And I, for one, I'm really looking forward to watching the replays. I know I'm not going to be up there with you guys. I'm not good enough in the Gr.3s, but looking forward to watching those replays. Anyway, I am going to call it a night now. It's 12:30. I'll be back tomorrow. Not quite sure what we're going to be doing as a PSR Friday night special. It will be friends only. I'm thinking possibly we might come out with the Mercedes. There's been a few Mercedes, although you know the Alphas haven't been too bad. If you've got something you'd like to do, hit me up in the Discord. Hit me up in the Discord. For now, I am going to say good night. Have a great morning, evening, night, day, whatever you're doing. Have a great one. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.